I got to tell you another story. Remind me later to talk about stocks, because Jared is he's getting in, really intrigued with the finance world. He's taking marketing at Guelph. But you guys know the story of this GameStop stock?
No.
GameStop.
I'll tell it quickly right now. Do you know the company GameStop?
Yeah, the store,
it's like
right?
EB Games sort of thing.
Okay, yeah, EB Games, yeah.
I'll try to explain this properly because we're not stock geniuses here. But essentially, the stock has been relishing, I don't know what it was, $4, $10 or something for years.
Yeah.
But there is a Reddit, which I don't go on Reddit much, but Reddit, there is a group on Reddit.
We're huge on Reddit.
We're massive on Reddit.
Rubber Boots, huge on Reddit.
Massive, man, massive.
As part of our relaunch that we're now on Reddit as well?
Absolutely. We're all over the Reddit.
So I'll say this loosely right. Somebody who's involved in finance will probably correct me, but I'll try to do it layman terms. There's about 16 or 1,800 stockbrokers basically on this one Reddit chat.
Okay.
And one of them goes on and says, this is a few months ago, that he believes this GameStop is undervalued. It's got a new CEO. It should be doing better. So they start buying it. Then they figure, have you ever seen the movie The Big Short?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you know the idea? I'm gonna explain this to you real fast and try not to lose our listeners. But basically, shorting means you borrow a stock off someone thinking the price will go low. Now, borrowing doesn't mean, Puffy, can I have your 10 shares? You just do it in the market, right? Mm-hmm. And so I started the story, and now I'm going to realize it's too complicated. But Jared dumbed it down for me. Let's say you have 5 bananas, and they cost $10.
Yeah.
One ape on the market has 5 bananas. The snake asks to borrow 5 bananas for a bit and sells the 5 bananas, thinking the price will go down. That's called shorting. So then he buys them back for less, gives them back for the bananas, gets more money back. Does that make sense? Makes profit on the difference, the snake? You didn't get that?
Basically, what you've just said, we talked about this. Stoff suggested we talk about 80s movies. That's basically what happens at the end of trading places with the orange crops. That's what the Dukes were trying to do.
Hey, the Dukes are trying to corner the market.
They know something. I can feel it.
Let's get in on it.
Right.
They're trying to short the market.
You borrow the bananas, thinking the price will go down. Then you buy 5 more bananas when the prices are down. Then you give your bananas back at the original price, essentially, and you've made all that money.
How do you give the bananas back at the original price?
You don't give the bananas baback. You buy the bananas. Bananas are yours.
Won't they go bad? Won't they go bad after all this time? They'll be brown by the end.
Why does the snake want bananas?
Now?
Why does the snake want bananas?
Yeah, don't trust.
I never understood the shorting.
I think it's about calls. So you're calling a price.
South on in April at 142.
We'll have a stock expert on, Eric Stone Street. He probably knows a lot about stocks.
In all seriousness, we could probably get somebody from BNN to come on and explain it for us.
Right,
our sister network.
I'm doing a horrible job.
They'll reach out to us once they see this segment.
Just Puffy, all you need to know is that you can borrow stocks at a certain price on the market. You can.
It's do that all the time.
Well, because you could lose if it goes the opposite way or whatever, right? So, but the idea when you're shorting is that you think the price will go down. You buy you buy your 5 bananas when the price goes down. You give the other bananas back at the same price, and now you've made money, right?
But why do you need to do the original bananas? Why don't you just buy it when it goes cheaper?
Because you're trying to manipulate the market. You're trying
to help bring it down?
That's exactly what you're doing. You're driving the price down, is what you're doing.
Okay. So
this has gone much better than our car talk from last week.
So basically these hedge funds and all these things own all this stock. They own a lot of stock anyway, but let's say they own all the stock for this company GameStop, okay?
Yeah.
So basically all these stockbrokers on Reddit, they get together and go, what if a group of apes noticed that, hold on a second, what stupid snakes are doing and decide to buy all the bananas on the market until the snakes have no other choice than to buy from the group of apes in order to return what they borrowed. Okay, I've lost everybody. Here's the bottom line. All these guys got together and they bought everything. And so the stock price went crazy, and all the hedge funds were screwed. They have to keep buying. I don't know what happened. Anyway, the price went from like $4 to $160 or something like that, and it went from $10 to like 160 in like a week or something.
Wow.
So
but that's inflated, right?
The one guy that led the charge on this put in 50 grand or whatever, and I think it was worth 25 million yesterday or something like that.
Wow.
But without explaining the details, because clearly I made a mess of this, 1,600 stock guys basically said, screw you to the hedge funds, and totally controlled this entire company and manipulated the stock price way higher. What has nothing really to do with the value of the company.
Yeah.
And
I think we should do that with like Apple.
The four of us.
4 of us.
Get our gold bars together.
They've also moved. The same group are the people that have moved BlackBerry. Like the BlackBerry has doubled in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
So basically you have this group of people on Reddit who are completely changing stock values. Nokia is the one that they're doing right now. It's all this stuff like Nokia. Who's thought about Nokia in forever? And now they. Anyway,
I think we need to join up with these guys. We put our knowledge and with their knowledge, and we start making some money.
We should buy Enron and bring that back.
Exactly. Or what was the one in Ottawa? The tech company that was
Nortel
super valued in that.
Oh, Nortel.
Nortel.
Yeah.
One of my high school buddies worked for Nortel, and it was I said, like, he was doing really well, like before most of us were doing really well, and he said, "Oh, I'm taking all my bonuses in stock. I'm just taking stock." And then it went from whatever to whatever, and yeah.
Quick story about Nortel. There was a guy that worked at TSN in sales for the longest time. Great dude. I still keep in touch with him, but his nickname was Nortel for one reason and one reason only. So they're at a bar one night, and all these ladies are coming up and giving him, all props and everything. And the legend of this guy is growing throughout the course of the night because he's some big shot, right? But it turns out like these girls just look at him like they're talking to the other guys at the table later on. They're like, "Oh, he's great. He's our buddy. He's our best friend." And his stock dropped. So that's why they called him Nortel.
Oh,
very nice.
That's a good.
Pretty good.
That's a good nickname. Puffy would be GameStop because his stock is just going through the roof
on the rise
now.
On the
and
rise.
No one can believe it.
Okay, so Puffy's prop. And it's clearly manipulation because he doesn't deserve it. Are you the snake?
You're gonna cry? You look really hurt there for a second, Puff.
I am. I can fake looking hurt pretty good.